Okay, hello all you crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, and welcome back to Pokemon HeartGold. We can pass through this idiot now. Excuse me, there is no such thing as enough candy. This is Route 44, and there's a bunch of trainers on here who are hopefully going to have more interesting things than Team Rocket did in the last 3 videos. 5 if you count the Mahogany Town souvenir shop. God, I've spent a lot of time doing Team Rocket stuff. Alright, so this is Psychic Phil. And you are sending out a Natu, which is a Johto Pokemon that I don't believe we've seen before. And it's not very interesting, so I'm probably not going to go. And let's just see how laughably little damage this does first. Nice try. Alright, that was indeed more interesting than Team Rocket. Although, pretty much like an empty map could be more interesting than Team Rocket. Alright, so I have just botched my insult, and that's a red apricorn. And there are a couple ways you can go about exploring Route 44, if I recall. You, sir, have pretty good eyesight, I have to say. Alright. Okay. Oh, you're gonna give me your phone number. I haven't had anybody do that in quite a while. Because, mostly because I haven't done any ordinary adventuring in quite a while. And that is kind of one of my complaints about Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver and the Johto games in general, is that the pacing is a little weird. Like, there's nothing with Team Rocket, then there's the Slowpoke Well, and then Leo can go out front. And then there's nothing for Team Rocket for quite a long time after that. And then there's the Mahogany Town business, and then there's the Radio Town business, and it's all, it's pretty much all you do for probably 3 or 4 hours of gameplay. And, well, maybe not 3 or 4 hours, maybe 2 or 3. But, and then there's nothing with Team Rocket at all, and that's it. And it's a little bit concentrated in small areas, I guess. You are a trainer. And there's a couple more trainers, and I just want to go and make sure I'm not missing anything that's Max Repel, which I should probably throw on one of these days, even though there's no tall grass around here. Is there anything? Yeah, there's nothing to be, reached on the other side of that surf. You there! I'm gonna fight you with a fire type. And it's gonna go well, because that's what Magmar does. Alright, that takes care of that, and if I walk around here, there are a couple ace trainers. Why you're not grouped together in a double battle, I have no idea, but we are going to take you on anyway. Do I want to narrate this? Because you are an ace trainer. And ace trainers typically know what they're doing. You only have 2. That's a Mareep. Alright, I take back what I said. You should be almost an Ampharos by now. I'm gonna get staticked if I fire punch you, aren't I? Let's ensure that I take you out. Blossom, okay, that's something I guess we haven't seen before, at least, and it's a fully evolved Pokemon. Although there is no chance that it's gonna do anything interesting. Although I guess it has Chlorophyll for the ability, which will double its speed in the sun that I created. Thanks for using my own weapons against me. Oh, thanks for being paralyzed. Don't have Solar Beam, please. Okay, good. Alright, Ace Trainer, take 2. Let's see if you can be any better than your counterpart over there. Please. Or at least have something that'll give me more experience, like a Blissey or something ridiculous like that. Okay, I guess that's not quite a Blissey.
An Ace Trainer with a Magnemite. I'm gonna, like, die of boredom.
Alright, so there is a little island thing in the middle of this lake. And I probably should put on a rappel. Alright, and I don't have anybody who can learn surf. Fantastic, I'll BRB. Alright, you saw nothing. Yes, the water's deep blue. Ethan, I don't see why you can't just jump in and swim, because it's honestly not that far. Alright. Okay, so correction, it's not an island, it's just inaccessible by other means because of the trees. That's a max revive. So I guess me coming out here was worth my time, and that is literally everything. Unless there's something hidden in the grass, which there usually is not. So I'm going to be running all the way back to Mahogany Town to get rid of the Krabby, because I don't like adventuring without my full team. And I'm not going to need surf until the next town, I think. Alright, here we are. And now we can come up this way, and I feel like there's a hidden item here. Although most of the time when I've said that in the past, I have been wrong. That is a headbutt tree, which I would not like to hit with my head. Alright. Headbutt's actually a really good move. 70 base power, 100 accuracy, and a chance of flinching. And it's normal type, so it can hit mostly everything with neutral damage. Birdkeeper Vance! Thanks that we're almost at the 8th gym and that it's okay to still be using a Hoot Hoot. I guess that also factors into the pacing of the game, is that we're almost at the 8th gym, like I said, and we just finished fighting an Ace Trainer 5 minutes ago who had a level 29 Mareep. And, that's kind of lagging behind where we really should be fighting things, because 1, you're an Ace Trainer and you shouldn't have baby Pokemon or unevolved Pokemon anyway. 2, you're a Mareep and you're level 29 and Mareep evolves at like level 18 or something. And, 3, that's just like 5 levels weaker than we could be fighting. I need another Repel. Remember way back in the beginning of this game when I said that I was going to try and use as few repels as possible, and how, like, short that lasted when I realized that literally everything in this game was underleveled? Anyway, we can go sliding around on ice, and we have gone and fought Price's gym, so we know how ice puzzles work. And I see an item there, which I think is actually mandatory to pick up. How do I get through this without... I am amazed that I did that on my first try. You're gonna stop us and tell us to pick up that item ball if I try to walk past you, aren't you? Yeah. Why not? Oh, that sounds like something that is not too difficult to solve, but sure. Let's see. I can do this, and this. And I can't believe that is HMO 7 Waterfall that I managed to go through that on my first try either. I don't have anybody who can learn Waterfall. Right? There is not a chance that I have anybody who can learn Waterfall. Maybe Machamp, but that's, like, not happening. Oops. Because if it was, I would have known about it from competitive. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, so when I need to use Waterfall, I'll be bringing around Krabby or Gyarados or something. Or I'll hack it onto a Pikachu or whatever. Alright, oh, you're gonna stop me again. Yes, the item you picked up over there, it was an HM, wasn't it? You're the one who dropped it. It's not like it's gonna change item IDs when it lands on the floor or anything like that. Alright. I think that's the same text he would say even if, yeah, you didn't try and pass him the first time. And he didn't tell you that his shoes were worn out. And is there anything here? No. And if you didn't know that piece of information, you would be a little confused. as to why he is telling you that. Do I have strength on anybody? I need strength. I have strength on Machoke, right? I do. Okay, good. You would be a little confused as to why he was telling you that he needed new shoes, but whatever. This is a large-ish strength puzzle, which is larger than most of the other strength puzzles we have seen up to this point. Although I think there was one that was more complicated in Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald, but I'm not sure. So, I need to leave that there for now. Need to push that away, and then there, and there. I need to be careful about how I do this, because it is very easy to lock these boulders off into a corner or something like that, and not be able to retrieve them. Wanna push that around there. And the boulders have to go into the holes in case you weren't able to infer that. And that's going to be important later because of reasons that you shall see that were actually fairly clever in terms of game design, although they weren't like original to this game. The Pokemon Company has done similar things before this in Kanto and what have you. Alright. I need to go this way, don't I? Yeah, I think this is correct. And I'm not going to be, like, astonished if I do this on my first try, because it's not that hard to figure out once you take the time to look at where the boulders are going. But it will be quite nice, because it will mean that I don't have to go re-enter the map and reset a lot of things. Alright, so this needs to go this way. Right? No. Because if I push it left, then I won't be able to walk around it and get it into the hole. But if I push it right, I will be able to do this. I like how the entire room shakes when the boulder lands. Maybe not the safest cave to go spelunking in all Pokemon. And there we go! Alright, first try. The boulder fell down. All four boulders, all four holes. Are there any hidden items in here? I still don't have the dowsing machine. And I don't feel like checking every single rock for items. Now, the boulders that you see. Carbos, yay! Do I have anybody who can make use of that? Most of my Pokemon are either really slow or really fast. But I think Magmar and Electabuzz, Electivire, Electa whatever, can make use of it. Let's give it to Leo. Can Leo? Yes, Leo has enough free PowerPoint points, or effort value points, whatever they are. Power points or something else entirely. Enough free points to still make use of vitamins, it seems. Alright. No? Okay. Let's see. If I can figure out where I'm going, there's an item here. And if I were to follow this path... Okay. I don't see where I'm going, but I will figure this out eventually. Because this game is made for kids, darn it, and if a kid can figure it out, a 23-year-old Dragonite can figure it out. Even though he's just been going around in circles for the past 5 minutes. Alright, what happens if I do this? This is just what I did the last time. Alright, perfect. Alright, here. There. Here. There. And here. And if I were to... pick this up, and that's another full heal, which is good because I used quite a few of them in the radio tower. But if I were to go do this... Oh, I'd be able to get to the item. Alright, there we go. I know what I'm doing. That's a max potion, which again, I will most likely not be using until deep into the after game. Alright, let's see if I can do this twice in a row. I can do this twice in a row. Nothing on there. Alright. Down into the basement. We keep descending. Do I have Rock Smash? I think I have Rock Smash. We keep descending further and further into the ice cave. And destroying rocks and not getting into random encounters because that is the thing that you can do with Rock Smash. Never melt ice. Alright, so if I had any Ice-type Pokemon or anybody with an Ice-type move, which I don't, I could equip that item to them to make the Ice-type moves do a little bit more damage. That repel actually lasted quite a while. probably because a lot of what I was doing when I had that repel on was wandering around on ice. And when you do that, it only counts as one step even if you go clear across the room. Let's see, there has to be a hidden item here. God, am I kicking myself for not picking up the item finder. Usually there's... I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like more often than not, on the splotches, like these things, there is an item hidden. Magmar, get out of the way. But apparently not today. Alright, so this is... How do I get to there? Alright, so if I were to go and stop myself with this rock. Mew equals 0. That is TM72 Avalanche, which, speaking of Ice-type moves, would not be a bad one to learn. Although I'm pretty sure Machoke can't learn that either. Because, again, as with the Waterfall, if it was able to learn it, I would know about it from competitive. I don't think Golem can learn it either. Yeah, nobody on my team can learn Avalanche, which is a shame because it's basically the same thing. It's basically an Ice-type, whatever that other move that I had is. The Fighting-type one that does double damage if you take damage before using it. And it's sort of like Payback. And I do like those types of moves on... let's see if I can figure out how to do this, or remember how to do this anyway. I do like those types of moves on slow Pokemon. Let me see. Let me think about this. Which is not something I say often. Alright, I think if I push this once, I should be able to do this, and run around here, stop myself with the boulder, and pick up an iron. Very good. Who needs defense? The question is, it's going to be either Machoke or Graveler. The question is, do I want to increase the one who has already got ungodly high physical defense, or do I want to increase the one who has a lot of HP? You can take hits in general. Why did I do that? I'm going to give it to percentage-wise, it's going to do more of an effect. It's going to have more of an effect on Hercules, so I'm going to go with Hercules. All right. We can move on, and shouldn't there be like... Alright, there has to be a hidden item in here. I've said that in the last 3 rooms, and I'm pretty sure none of them actually had anything, but give me 10 seconds to check all these rocks. If I don't find anything, game is gonna make a fool out of me, and I don't feel like checking the last one, so I guess the game made a fool out of me. Thanks, game. Appreciate it, buddy. And this is a protein, so that's another damage output increasing item, and once again, percentage-wise, is apparently what I'm going on, and it's going to have more of an effect on Lyra than on Hercules, although I could give it to Gemini or Leo as well, because I do have physical attacks. Leo's ultimate moveset I think is going to be mostly special, centered around like Flamethrower and Solar Beam most likely, and Gemini may or may not keep Thunder Punch for the entire game, I'm not sure. But for now, let's give it to Lyra. Alright. Now! Oh, hi, how you doing? Let's see if I can, Is that you, stupid? Fancy meeting you here. To tell the truth, my sandals are frozen on the ice and I'm stuck here. In other words, my flip-flops are quick frozen to the ground. Teehee. Well, it's no laughing matter. Will you push my back? Nope. Nope. Okay, we're stuck in a loop. So we're gonna give you a nice shove. And I'm surprised you didn't go tumbling over and leave your flip-flop stuck in the ice and have to go the rest of the way in bare feet, but I guess that's not how the game was scripted, so whatever. Let's see, how do I'm drawing a line on the screen with my finger. If I go here, and here, from here, no, that won't do it. I really want this item. Okay, I have to go to this rock, future self, put a circle on it in editing, and then to this rock, which I have to get to from here. Alright, I think I know what to do. Let's go this way. Hooray for using my brain. Alright, that's a PP up. Which will come in handy eventually. But first, I need to get out the door, because we can't use any PP ups on anything if we don't get out of the cave. There we go. And now, we are in Blackthorn City. Which has among the best town music in the game. And I am going to go and let you listen to that on the in-slate, but for now, I'm going to end things off here because this video has been going for a little while. So, my name is Dragonite. I hope you all enjoyed this. In the next part, we're going to be taking on the Blackthorn City Gym, and I will see you all later.